Yeah, so I'm having an honest moment right here, Planet KG. Some people would ask me, I'm sitting here thinking, and I figured why not just put it on video. But some people would ask me, or suggest, or not. Suggestion is okay, that's fine. Someone would say, hey, well, maybe you should shave like this, or maybe you should do your hair like this, or maybe you should say something like this. But then I started to think, it's like I'm trying to get engaged and become closer to the overall global community, right? More specifically, being that I'm born from a nation of people that are called black. I still I've been into the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm very strong and rooted in my Moorish heritage. You know what I'm saying, if you will. But I reach out, to the world, and I try to make connections across the globe. I mean, if you know how far the history goes, and been everywhere. But anyway, side note. But why would I try to be my unauthentic self? And then if I meet a person who is an admirer of my material and they see me and I'm like, roughed up with, a bunch of, gray hairs and all of this kind of stuff, then I'm met with the challenge of having to like they're met with the challenge of seeing me as I really am. And most times, yeah, I get dapper and I get like nice looking and all that stuff when I'm going out. But sometimes, shit, I don't feel like waking up and shaving, or my hair might be a little bit frizzy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if I fake it all the time and put on this Hollywood facade, and that's the thing, is that we get so caught up into the appearance of things without even testing the quality of what it actually is behind that appearance. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see me doing these videos, you're seeing me in my most honest self. And I'm trying, and it's not easy to be my most honest self, because I'm always thinking about with that person, oh, I'm gonna hurt this feeling. If that person doesn't like me, oh man, I should. It's too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? So being my honest self gives you all an opportunity to actually know me, because I've been covering my honest self for a long time. You know, and so this is a part of a process, a healing process of liberation for myself, like myself specifically. And I'm sure that there's an array of people, millions of people that probably go through the same exact thing. And it causes stress, it causes depression, it causes anxiety. When you're not just being just be your true self. You know what I'm saying? Be your true self, whatever that is. And then always leave room for an evolutionary process to take place. Okay? So, when you first saw me, my camera quality, I was using a camera that I got in Oman maybe 3-4 years ago. Okay? But then I doubled up. I was like, okay, well, let me get this tablet. I did not even know how to make videos probably about 2 months ago. And I had to teach myself. And that is a tedious process, to have to teach yourself a have to step into a world that you never really delved into. I mean, I've had a camera phone and I'll do certain things with my camera just to get a video at the time. But through the process of actually needing to express myself and put it out there in its most public form, I learned how to video edit. So that just goes to say that you have to allow a thing time to develop and take process. Look at the camera quality now. You guys can clearly see the difference. But if I didn't start where I was and then allow myself an evolutionary process, as we all, I think we all, I would say should, softly, I would say should softly, as a soft, very soft suggestion, we should allow ourselves and we should allow others to be who it is that they want without there being any physical threat or danger or hurt, harm, or anything like that. Allow them to be their honest self, because you might be seeing them in a gradual step to something else. You know what I'm saying? So allow your leader, the real leaders, those leaders amongst you in your community, allow them to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We saw it in a Tupac Shakur. He had the political ideologies, he had the heart for his people, and even did things, put things into action, put himself out there amidst all of the destructive elements that may have been around him. We saw this happen in a gradual progression with even Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, in which he was a so-called common criminal, that they would describe him as. He was doing, whatever in the streets, but then he gradually, progressively begin, as soon as an element was introduced into his world to give him context, he gradually became the national spokesperson for the Nation of Islam, with aspirations on studying law, international law. You understand? So we all have an evolutionary process. So my point in saying all of that is that when you see me in front of this camera and I'm speaking from an honest truth. Because it would have taken me, I would not have even had this conversation mentioning things about my culture. It's strange that this is my culture, Moorish heritage, Moorish Israel, all of that stuff is my heritage. But even to speak, and sometimes I felt that pressure amongst speaking amongst friends, even about just my honest feelings and my observations being born a so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? Amongst the so-called black people, you know what I'm saying? African people, Aboriginal people, Moorish indigenous people, actual American people, copper-colored, yes, various copper-colored, yeah. So it would have taken me a long time to even express this, and it's been bottled up for so long. So when I express this, I want you to see me as I am. If I got scrubby beard and gray, no, I'm not coloring my gray beard. This shit is honorable. I've lived and survived some things. Some very heartbreaking experience, traumatic experiences. So I'd rather show you myself and give you the opportunity to love me. Get the hell on. Go. Because the people that are going to come here are people that need to be in planet KG. My planet. Giving love. Being as honest as I possibly can. Giving you the opportunity to love me as I am. A man developing that has gone through various developmental processes to get to this point to be so confident to express this. So, all who want to come to Planet KG, you're welcome, man. That's what this channel is about. Overall. Okay? Much love. Take those stretches, do those stretches. Love yourself a little bit more. Take time with yourself a little bit more. Get with other people that see things that way, that are moving in that direction. And don't get so glossed over by appearances. It appears to be this thing. It appears to be manicured. It appears to be perfect. But if you look and start cracking away at that shell, you'll see that inside is something broken. Something that was broken from the start. Not just because I'm saying it, but it was broken and messed up and effed up from the start. Okay? So, yeah, take that time. All right, 2020 vision. Hindsight, insight, and foresight. So anyway, I love y'all. Peace.